Prevention is better than cure. Rather than introspecting why your application got rejected after spending hundreds of dollars on application fees, it's better to know what mistakes to avoid so that you can have a smooth application process the first time around. Based on real student experiences, here are top 5 mistakes to avoid when applying for an MS in US. Let's check it out. Mistake number 1. Choosing universities incorrectly. Shortlisting universities requires a holistic understanding of the university, its key strengths, and your own profile strengths and weaknesses. Many times I see students shortlisting universities simply based on rankings. Please remember, rankings does not automatically equal to academic prestige and employability. Yes, it's a good starting point for you to start your selection process, but it's more important for you to look at the university and the course you're considering. Besides, it's important to keep in mind that the criteria based on which the rankings are made may not necessarily match your own. It's very similar to picking a partner based simply on popularity rather than looking at what's right for you. Another mistake that I see students make quite often is simply trusting their seniors, friends, or relatives and going by either their suggestions or their decisions. Remember, your profile may be much better than that of your seniors or your friends or your relatives, and you can actually make a compelling case if you worked hard to get into universities much better than them. Why are you limiting yourself? Similarly, another related problem with shortlisting universities is that students typically tend to choose very few universities or very ambitious universities for their profile. In both cases, you're more likely to end up with more rejects than admits. Just like mutual fund investments, it is important for you to diversify your risk when applying to universities abroad. So always pick for universities that are slightly better than your profile, which we like to call ambitious, universities that are definitely within range, which is target, and universities where you have a good chance of getting in, that is safe for your profile. So what can you do instead? First, make a list of factors that are important for you and shortlist universities based on that. This initial list should have at least 15 to 20 universities for you. Now, start bringing this list down to an ideal set of 8 to 10 universities that are diversified by admit chances. Ideally, you would want to apply to 3 ambitious universities, 5 target universities, and 2 safe universities. This is, of course, just an example. You can vary your admit chances based on your own risk appetite. Wondering how to easily get an ambitious target and safe university list for your profile? Then check out Yocket's College Finder. Based on an AI algorithm and past admission history, Yocket's College Finder gives you a realistic admission shortlist based on your profile details. I'm adding the link in the description for you to have a look. Check it out and let me know what you think. Mistake number 2, not meeting eligibility requirements. This may seem really obvious on the surface, but there are many nuances to your profile when you're applying abroad. For example, are you changing majors? Do you have a 3-year bachelor degree instead of 4? Do you meet the GRE GPA requirement? Do you have a low GPA but no backlogs? Do you have a low GPA and backlogs but a great GRE score? These differences can make or break your application if you don't understand the past admission data. So, what can you do instead? Go through the admission eligibility requirements of your course in your chosen universities. Compare that with your current profile as it is, and remember, be very honest about it. Do your own SWOT analysis on your profile. Look at your key strengths, your weaknesses, things that you may have to explain in your SOP, or things that you may need to do to boost your admission chances. Remember, universities where you need to do certain activities to boost your admit chances should ideally be marked with a star, and you should be mindful of your admit chances in that particular university. Another Yocket pro tip for you is to look at past profiles or the incoming class profile that is specified by universities. You can try and do this very easily using a free tool like Yocket Connect. You can see profiles of seniors and alumni who have been admitted into your very own dream course and compare your profile against theirs. Mistake number 3, making a wrong budget. Most Indian universities calculate fees in a pretty straightforward manner. It's either yearly or by semester. In the US, you have 2 main ways in which tuition fees is calculated. It is either by a credit hour or by semester. Many students fail to estimate the credit hours required correctly and hence end up with a wrong total for their tuition fees. or they don't double check if the tuition fees mentioned is yearly or by semester and end up applying to the wrong universities which are way out of budget for them. On a related note, another expensive mistake here is not calculating living expenses. Take New York for example. A typical student budget would be anywhere between $1,000 to $1,200, which in today's exchange rate costs about 1 lakh. So for the duration of your course, which could be 18 to 20 months, you will end up spending 18 to 20 lakhs. So what can you do instead? Make a realistic estimate of what it is like to actually live and study in the course and university of your choice. Add things like tuition fees, living expenses, books and supplies, transportation costs, and any other personal expenditure that you may have, for example, shopping, travel, etc. To get a realistic picture on the ground, it's always a good idea to connect with seniors or alumni from the university. Use tools like Yocket Connect or LinkedIn to speak to them and get a realistic picture of what the expenditure is like and how you can save costs as well. Mistake number 4, not being authentic while creating documents. Many students assume that writing documents is very similar to engineering drawing. Just like how they delegated these drawings to friends who had better skills, they tend to do the same with their SOPs, giving it off to friends who are good at English or who are better writers. Copy-pasting an SOP from a senior or taking a document from the internet or basing it off of a template can land you into trouble because admission officers see thousands of applications every intake and they can spot a template from a mile away. Besides, only you can tell your story authentically, while experts can guide you on what to include or exclude. What to say has to come from you and from your heart. So, what can you do instead? First, reflect on your journey and jot down reasons why you felt compelled to pick a particular course or a particular university. Now, frame a story around it. Talk about your academic and social background. Share how it shaped your motivation to apply for this particular course. Share what you have done so far in terms of exploring this particular motivation, be it through academic opportunities, work opportunities, research opportunities, whatever they may be. And definitely share why you think a master's is going to help further this motivation and your vision for how it's going to help you in the future. Remember, write plenty of rough drafts and experiment with different opening lines. You can always take help from experts who are at writing to correct your grammar, to change your sentence structures, to rearrange your essay, etc. But the core essence of the SOP has to come from you. So be brave and start with the first draft by yourself. Mistake number 5, starting too late. Many students actually underestimate how much time it takes to put together a great application together. Whether it is getting the test scores that you want, or rewriting your SOP, giving your recommenders enough time to write your LORs, getting academic transcripts from colleges. All of these are in somebody else's control and take time to come together. As an experiment, ask anyone with an Ivy League admit. Apart from their own profile, most students would have started their application process much earlier. Ideally, I recommend that you give yourself at least 8 to 12 months to put together a great application. If you're wondering what an ideal timeline looks like, then check out the video we've linked in the iCards. And that's it. Of course, there are many more mistakes to avoid which happens during the process, but these are the top 5 that you can protect yourself from the beginning itself. If you have any questions related to studying abroad or the application process or anything at all, comment down below and we will get back to you either as a reply to the comment or we'll create a whole video out of it as well. As always, if you found my video helpful, like, share and subscribe because we are coming back with more informative answers, inside tips on how to make your applications better and how to give you great admits. So don't miss out on all of that. Until I see you next time in a new video, this is Shruti signing off. Ta-da!